Welcome back to another episode of What the Fuck Are the Planets Doing Today? I'm your host, Brooke, and let's dive into the chart, shall we? So today we have the sun at 16 degrees. Now I do want to note that the moon is now in Virgo. So, the moon in Virgo. You really want to take the time to make sure that your daily routine is supporting everything that you say you value, okay? Are you valuing your health and you're eating healthy? Are you valuing your health and you're paying attention to the story that you tell? The moon in Virgo can be very critical, okay? It can be very, very critical. It can nitpick things that don't need to be nitpicked, really. Sometimes I feel like Virgo can look for things to nitpick about, okay? So you want to be mindful of that. You want to be mindful that you're doing what's positive for your own evolution and your own ascension. Now, the moon is actually going to be trining the sun in Taurus. I also want to add that as we started the day off, because this is the chart for sunrise, okay? This morning, Mercury had not quite made its exact conjunction. However, here in roughly 2 hours, so around 3:30, between 3:30 and 4 o'clock Eastern time zone, Mercury and Chiron are going to be in their exact conjunction, okay? So there could be communication coming in about wounds, wounding, okay, wounding to self. There could also be revelations of things that you are healing on your healing journey that come to mind, okay? There could be a lot of ahas with this conjunction. There could also be a lot of uh-ohs with this conjunction too, okay? Because Chiron does represent wounds. But keep in mind, even though Chiron represents our wounds, it is our superpower, okay? It is our gift to humanity. It's what we have to offer back to humanity. Me, healing the empath narcissist template. That's my gift to humanity. That's what I'm here to offer. That's what I'm here to heal. I had to have the wounds of the narcissist in order to have the blueprint of the healing to be able to give that back, okay? We still have Uranus in that trine with the South Node and sextile with the North Node. So this is where things are literally going to be coming in out of nowhere from our past, and also in the direction of going towards our future. I want to note that Jupiter is still at 22 degrees and it is working into that 4-degree orb, into that square with the nodes. All right. Jupiter is in a trine with Pallas and also in a trine with Lilith. Okay. So we have that 22-degree grand air trine, and y'all know what that 22-degree represents, that infamous or be degrees, okay? And if you've been paying attention to what's been going on with that big case up in New York, you're going to start seeing some of this energy actually come out, okay? The moon in Virgo is going to be delivering those facts, the details. And one thing that I noticed is that they're having a hard time getting jurors. Like, this is not going to be an easy task. However, there's going to be a lot of revelations that are brought to light, specifically with this trine here, okay? Crimes against humanity. It is going to be brought to light. It's part of it. It is what is coming, okay? It's what's coming. Now, Zeus is now retrograde and still in that exact opposition with Chiron. So this is where our wounds, really, we have to sit down and take note of our wounds. Are you truly doing the work? Are you spiritually bypassing? People that are spiritually bypassing, you're going to be able to tell, you're going to be able to know, you're going to be able to see that it's happening, okay? Because they're not going to be able to stand in their truth, okay? It is one thing to participate in organized religion and think that you just go and ask for forgiveness and you don't have to change your ways. It is another to actually do the work. And as this square, this T-square starts becoming more exact, we're going to be able to see who's spiritually bypassing and who's actually doing the work. We're going to be able to know who's spiritually bypassing and who's actually doing the work. You know, we're moving into times to where that's not going to be acceptable. People are not going to allow for that to happen. You're going to have to change your behavior and become a better person in order to get to the next level. Spiritual bypassing is thinking that you can remain shitty, you can remain sinning, and you don't have to change your ways, and all you got to do is ask for forgiveness. That's spiritual bypassing. That shit ain't going to work no more. You're going to be held accountable. Okay? Now, Juno is still in that trine with Saturn. So, have you done the work in order to attract the love that you truly desire? Saturn's really going, I'm sorry, not Saturn. The North Node. And in a sextile with the South Node. I feel like this is where relationships are really going to be forming out of nowhere. Truly. Especially as we get closer to this square. Like, Jupiter's going to be throwing shit left or right. And it's going to be expanding. Jupiter expands good, bad, and different. It doesn't really matter. Okay? And it can be fast expansion. So, let's see. I still got Mars. Mars is now at 8 degrees. Oh. And it's still in a working out of a trine, because they're within a 5-degree orb of Venus. So Mars and Venus are actually in good harmonious communication. The masculine and the feminine. Okay. So give me one card for the day, please. Give me one card for the day, please. Oh, we got two. Oh, the King of Pentacles and the Star card. Didn't we get the Star card with the Queen of Pentacles? Or was the Queen of Pentacles the day before? We got the Star card yesterday. Okay, and underneath the deck, we have the 7 of Wands. So, with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Holy, and there's the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and the Ace of Pentacles. All right, I got to quit looking. So, with the Star card coming out with the King of Pentacles, I do feel that there's a lot of healing that's taking place connected to the masculine, but also connected to our money, because there is a lot of uncertainty that's taking place with Uranus conjunct Algol. Like, what's going to happen with our money? Are we even going to be able to make it through this transition? Because we all know that our financial systems are changing. You see that with the IRS. You see that with Bitcoin, quantum financial, all that stuff. Okay, it's all changing. Continue doing the work. Continue focusing on what it is that you're building. Continue healing. And really protect yourself. Protect yourself in going through this process. Don't allow anyone's words, discouragement, attacks lead you off track. Focus on you. Focus on what it is that you're here to bring. Okay, there could be straight up people becoming famous out of nowhere, just like this. Okay, just like this. All right, focus on your own abundance. Okay, money is coming. There is more than enough. Okay, there's more than enough to go around. There's no reason why we should be living in this scarce mindset. All right, I love you guys. I'll be back soon. Bye.